bulletproof vests for the population. It's a sad truth. The Israelis expect their lives to be interrupted by loud red sirens constantly throughout the day and night. So these are essential preparations that are needed and can help these folks to remain as safe as possible. So your generous tax-deductible gift, a gift today, will go immediately over there to help them through the International Fellowship of Christians in
Welcome to Bulldog Baseball on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com.
Oh, and that ball hit sharply to left field. Left fielder does a good job getting over, cutting that off. He'll hold that to a single there.
Baseball and softball action on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by Abo Empire, Amigo Machinery, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Bob Reed Pest Control, Kane Electric Supply, Carlsbad Ford, City of Artesia Police Department, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Haynes Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eddy County DWI, Edge Safety, Eastern New Mexico University Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Ben's Country Market, Forest Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, Hawker & Son, Incredible Printing, J&J Home Care, J.S. Ward, KC Light Tower, KFC, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Los Agaves Restaurant, Mac Energy, Maupin & Brown Dentistry, Nels Floral, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pressure Services, Smile Expressions, Spur Energy Production, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons, Trustmark Roofing, Western Bank, and Wilbanks LLC. Now, on to the action.
La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia has always been known for its great atmosphere and even better food. Well, now you can come in and enjoy a delicious meal with a glass of beer or wine. Come see our full beverage menu today. Don't forget about our lunch buffet with lots of sweets, and we cater too. Come see us now for all upcoming parties and events. The Perkins family invites your family to come in and enjoy a meal with us. La Fonda Restaurant, proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
At First American Bank, we champion for you and your small business. Our dedicated business banking team offers you individualized financial solutions, lending expertise, innovative products, and personal attention. Our goal is to help you be ready for your next opportunity. Let us be your partner in growth and success, because when you succeed, we do too. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Equal housing lender.
Incredible in Artesia is open for business, ready to give you the hometown quality and customer service you know and love. Georgia and her team specialize in in-house design for quality custom business cards at a competitive price. From scanning to desktop publishing, if you need it, they can do it. Incredible will be closed March 13th through the 23rd and will return to work on Monday, March 24th on Main Street across from the Derek Floor statue in downtown Artesia. For all your printing needs, think Incredible.
To be a champion, each team member must do their part to help the team win. That is true in business too. Edge Safety and Services LLC want to do their part to help your business win. They specialize in several field services: sandblasting, coating steamers, pressure washing, repairs, and cleanouts. Edge Safety also offers drug and alcohol screening and on-site services and safety trainings to make you better. Edge Safety and Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs. Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs, with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, joined by Coach Bickle, the head coach for the Artesia Bulldogs. And Coach, you guys getting ready to take on the Cleveland Storm here in the Sal Puentes tournament. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about Tuesday night. Big win, a good win against a very good NIMI team.
Yes, sir. We like going to that game and playing that game. They always seem to throw what the best guy they can at us, and that Maloney guy, man, he had 4 pitches for strikes, and that's pretty rare in high school. And so we like seeing some of the best pitchers, and we really think that's going to prepare us for tournaments like this and in our state tournament as well.
All right, so yeah, you're up here in the Sal Puentes tournament, getting ready to go here in just about 20 minutes or so, taking on Cleveland, the big 5A powerhouse. What do you know about them, if anything, and what are you looking to do?
I think Cleveland always comes in here and tries to just beat the big school on us, and I think this year we really sent a message to the kids, like we're coming to attack them, and we're here to earn our respect, and hopefully we get that done tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck, and Bulldog fans, stay right there, because coming up here in just a little bit, Bulldog baseball continues. Cleveland against the Bulldogs. We'll be back.
How many times in life have you felt like you were at the last string of your rope? You just knew this time life was not going to work out. The latest bill would go unpaid. The current relationship would not work out. You were at the bottom of the totem pole at work and cuts were being discussed. But see, the important thing is the butt of life should be God. It should be but God. God should be the one that can provide. Because one of the names of God is Jehovah Jireh, which is the Lord will provide. Abraham experienced this with Isaac in Genesis 22. Abraham had Isaac bound on the altar, and God saw how faithful Abraham was in his life. God provided a ram in the thicket. But what about me? Remember what Jesus said in Matthew chapter 7 and verse 11. How much more will your Father who is in heaven give what is good to those who ask? Have you asked? If you haven't, or if you don't know how, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ.
Check out this week's savings at Fens Country Market in Artesia. 24 packs of Ozarka spring water are $3.98 each. And cans of Food Club chunk white chicken breast in water are 2 for $5. In produce, 6-ounce tubs of blueberries, blackberries, or raspberries are 2 for $5. And heads of iceberg lettuce are 99 cents each. In the meat department, family packs of Chuck boneless beef arm roast are $4.99 a pound. And family packs of split fryer breast are $1.69 a pound. These are just some of the savings this week at Fens Country Market in Artesia.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Since 2019, Spur Energy Partners has remained dedicated to the markets we operate in, including right here in Artesia, New Mexico. We take pride in our community and strive to be responsible citizens by supporting our local economy, schools, and families. That's why Spur Energy Partners is thrilled to bring the Artesia Bulldog broadcasts to you. Wishing the Bulldogs the best of luck and safe travels. Play hard with Bulldog pride. This message courtesy of Spur Energy Partners. Smile Expressions in Artesia encourages you to treat your teeth to a spring cleaning. You'll have healthier teeth and gums, fresher breath, and brighter teeth. Plus, you'll be reducing risk for dental problems and improving your overall health. To schedule your dental spring cleaning, call Smile Expressions 575-746-1900 or request an appointment from our website, artesiadentist.com. Quality dental care, hometown comfort. That's Smile Expressions in Artesia.
Southeast New Mexico College offers a variety of associate degrees and certificates to help you pursue your educational goals. You'll find high-quality, affordable associate programs like business and nursing. Certificate programs like natural gas compression, welding, and industrial maintenance are offered to serve the common needs. Find your direction at SENMC. Navigate new pathways through higher learning at Southeast New Mexico College. Learn more at senmc.edu.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Good evening, baseball fans, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here with you. I'm live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico on a beautiful evening up here. Sun is behind a little bit. There's a little clouds around us, but not terribly cloudy, but sun's not down. It's still up, but it's just behind the clouds, so kind of a twilight look. Got a slight breeze coming out of the south and west. Not much. Kind of blows in or across from right to left field here at the Rio Rancho High School baseball field. If you've never been up here, it's a beautiful facility. I think I said this last week on maybe this week when I was with Lee at New Mexico Military Institute, or maybe it was last week in our tournament. But one of the baseball stadiums that I think rivals ours. I think ours is one of the best, if not the best in the state, because I'm biased, but it's big, huge, big press box, great. Every seat in the house has seat backs, and then there's the seating down below where you can buy your block and sit down right at the backstop all the way around. Great big dugouts and a beautiful infield and outfield and all turf. Anyway, I'm proud of our field, but Rio Rancho's is kind of like that. It's pretty nice. It's got covered. It's basically covered. The entire stands are covered, and they're all seat backs. Not nearly as big, not nearly as many seats as Artesia, but really nice, and it's got a beautiful view. Kind of sits up on a hill. If you've been up here for baseball, or if you've been here for the football games back when we used to play them, their stadium's kind of built into a hill, the football stadium, and just right down to the west is where the baseball field is, and really nice stadium, and we get to set up. The press sets up back here. It's kind of a mezzanine walking behind the seats, and right behind us, kind of middle of the park, is the concession stand. So their press box is actually over behind and above the first base line, over on the first base side. So interesting setup, but a beautiful park nonetheless, and it is a gorgeous evening up here. Let me tell you how we got here. It's the first game for the Bulldogs in this tournament, but earlier today, the 10 a.m. game featured Albuquerque Academy, a 4A school, top 10, against the La Cueva Bears, a 5A school, top 10 in 5A. La Cueva comes away with the win, so they're going to be playing tomorrow afternoon, and Academy will play tomorrow afternoon as well at 12:30. Academy will take on the loser of our game, Artesia Cleveland, and La Cueva will take on the winner. So 12:30, if the Bulldogs were to fall, they would play at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. If they win, then they'll play at 5:30 against La Cueva. On the lower half of the bracket, St. Pius and Carlsbad played in the 12:30 game today, and Carlsbad came away with the win, got them 10-run. So St. Pius falls to the 10 a.m. game in the morning, and Carlsbad goes to the 3 p.m. game tomorrow afternoon, and they'll be facing Goddard, who defeated the host team, Rio Rancho, just here before our game. Goddard wins, and they move to the 3 p.m. game tomorrow against Carlsbad. Rio Rancho will play St. Pius in the morning at 10. All right, let's go ahead and talk about our game. Here at the ballpark, we've got the Bulldogs, the visiting team, against the Cleveland Storm, and the defense for the Storm goes like this. Number 25, Josiah Harmeal in left, Peyton Knoll, number 12 in center, and Gunnar Carey, number 11 in right. Gabriel Nelson, number 9 at third, Jaron Villa, number 7 at short, Francisco Hernandez, number 6, he is playing second, and number 8, Angel Del Angel, is the first baseman. The catcher, number 19, Owen Bishop, and the pitcher, a lefty, number 10, Xavier Vasquez. That's the Cleveland defense. They are on the field. They're wearing white pants with a turquoise stripe down their pants, and the turquoise shirts with black numbers and lettering, and turquoise cap with the black bill. The Artesia Bulldogs, of course, the visiting team. White pants with their charcoal, I call it a charcoal, kind of a dark gray top, with the orange numbers and letters outlined in white. And leading off for the Bulldogs, center fielder number 17, Frankie Galindo. Playing shortstop and batting second, Jet Fuentes. Pitching tonight, number 12, Jack Byers. He's batting third. Number 9 is Dalen Pacheco. Batting the cleanup, he's our first baseman. Catching and batting fifth, number 7, Brant Usherwood. Number 1 is Diego Morales, playing third base and batting sixth. Batting in the 7 hole, number 8, Charlie Campbell, playing out in right field. The left fielder batting 8th is number 16, Jet Whitmire, and bringing up batting 9th, number 3, Caden Beauregard, playing second base. So there's your starting lineups for both the Storm and the Bulldogs. The Storm have taken their infield. The umpire walking out and telling them to break off of the mound as the infield had all gathered. But now they're coming out. Number 22 coming out to the mound, and he brought a bat with him, I guess to maybe knock the cleats off. Yeah, so the cleats of the pitcher, he wanted to knock his cleats off, as they had watered the mound pretty good. It's kind of like, it's just like Artesia. They have a dirt mound, everything else turf here at Rio Rancho High School. And so when they watered the mound, I guess it got a little too much, as now a coach come out with a pick. So he had the bat to kind of shake them loose, and he brings out a shoe pick. I don't know if that's what you call it, but that's what it is, as he's picking out the mud out of his cleats. So we're about ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and hit play on my iScore that I keep our track of everything on. The game before us, well, the game before that, Carlsbad and St. Pius went long. Probably the 10 o'clock game went long or got started late, so everything moved back. We were scheduled to start tonight at 6 p.m., and here it is, 6:53 game time, as again Cleveland has taken their infield. The pitcher still kind of working on his shoes out on the turf as he steps back up on the mound. The lefty will face Frankie Galindo, number 17 for the Artesia Bulldogs. As he'll step in on the right side, he take a look down at Coach Bickle at third base, and now we'll step in and play ball has been said. We're ready to go, as the lefty comes set from the stretch and to the plate, and that's called, oh, just missed. Whew, that was close. Good pitch, fastball at the knees, but just outside, so ball 1. He's got a real crouch. He's in a crouch position, the pitcher. Then he comes up set and to the plate. Another fastball. This time he moved it in a little bit, called strike 1. 1-1 to Galindo. On deck, Jet Fuentes, and in the hole, Jack Byers for the Bulldogs. They're playing, shading him kind of over to the right side, expecting him to be behind. It's a couple of good fastballs there from Vasquez. Here's the pitch. That was a good changeup. He got him out in front for swinging strike 2. So 1-2 now to Frankie, as he'll step back. Started with 2 fastballs on the outside. The second one coming in for a strike, and then a good curveball from the left-hander. That pitch missed. Oh, he called it a strike. Whoa. Looked high and away, but called strike 3. Strikeout looking is out number 1, and that'll bring number 2, Jet Fuentes, to the plate. That pitch was up, and looked a little bit outside, but called a strike nonetheless. So strikeout is out number 1. Again, Vasquez kind of crouch from the stretch, and then he'll come set. Swing and a miss. Big swing at the fastball for Jet Fuentes. 0-1 the count. Byers over in the on-deck circle, and in the hole will be Dalen Pacheco, our first baseman. Vasquez set and to the plate. Swing and a miss. Another. That was foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. So the lefty working quickly and working ahead of the Bulldog batters. 0-2 now to Jet as he'll shorten up and put one in play somewhere. The pitch. And that's, he's rung him up again. That pitch looked high, but called strike 3 on the inside this time. So strikeout number 2 as Jack Byers will step in. So if he's got that up and down, that's, as long as it's called the same for both teams, because Byers can go up and down, of course, as our pitcher. So a little bit up in the upper end of the strike zone on the inside, called strike 3. Here's the first pitch to Byers. He fights off an inside pitch, foul over to the net above the first base dugout, and that's strike 1. On deck is Dalen Pacheco, and in the hole our catcher Brant Usherwood for the Bulldogs as they try to get a 2-out rally going here. Vasquez to the plate, outside, ball 1. 1-1 now to Jack. It's just a gorgeous evening here, just barely fluttering the flags. I didn't look, but it's probably it's still probably 70 degrees here. Nice evening. Here's the pitch. Got him to chase in. Strike 2. So 1-2 now to Jack. Yeah, feels like 78 it says here in Rio Rancho. Just a gorgeous Thursday evening. Vasquez comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swing and foul tipped it. A fastball in. Jack got his bat on it. Foul tipped it straight back. So the count remains 1-2. So here we go as the catcher goes out to talk to his pitcher. So Bishop out to Vasquez. Jaramillo, Knoll, and Carey left to right. Nelson, Villa, Hernandez, Del Angel from third to first with Bishop catching Vasquez. Byers steps back in. He's fouled off a couple. The count is 1-2. As Vasquez comes set and to the plate. And that's going to be ball. I'm waiting because this umpire kind of delayed. That one was close, but it was down and away. So ball 2. 2-2 now the count with 2 outs. Byers back in. Vasquez from the stretch, that crouching stretch, comes set and to the plate. And that's right down the middle, called strike 3. Jack knew it when he just started walking to the dugout. Just a good pitch there by the pitcher. So the Bulldogs go down in order. No hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base as we go into the bottom of the first. 0-0, Bulldogs and the Storm. We'll be back.
Mustang lovers, mark your calendars. Thursday, April 17th is National Mustang Day, and Artesia Ford Sales is the place to be. Bring your Mustang, classic or modern, and show it off alongside fellow enthusiasts. Join us for a day of horsepower, history, and fun at Artesia Ford. Snap photos, swap stories, and celebrate the legend of the Mustang with us. Cruise in, show off, and let's make Mustang Day unforgettable. Artesia Ford Sales, where the Mustang spirit lives on. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of the Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
All right, we're back here in Rio Rancho as the Bulldogs go down in order in the top of the first. So we're in the bottom of the first inning as Jack Byers on the hill getting his warm-ups. His battery mate, Brant Usherwood. Jet Whitmire's out in left, Frankie Galindo in center, and Charlie Campbell in right field. Diego Morales, Jet Fuentes, Bub Beauregard, and Dalen Pacheco from third to first. There's your Bulldog defense wearing the white long pants, the charcoal shirts with the orange letters and numbers, and their caps are that gray or dark gray or charcoal color with the orange A. I think this is the final warm-up pitch. It is. Throw down. Right on the mark to Jet Fuentes. So coming to the plate for the Storm to lead things off, Jaron Villa. He is the shortstop for the Cleveland Storm. And he'll step in and face Byers for the first time tonight. Come in from the right side. Byers from the stretch. He looks into Usherwood, who gives him his pitch. He'll come set. Bulldogs playing pretty much straight away. Here's the pitch. Nice pitch. Oh, just missed inside. Ball 1. Good fastball. Right about the knees, but a little bit in. So ball 1. 1-0 the count. Villa steps back in. Usherwood sets up in the middle. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. Behind it, he fouls it off to the right side. Out of play for strike 1. So 1-1 now to Villa. On deck is the third baseman, number 9, Gabriel Nelson. And in the hole, number 8, Angel Del Angel, the first baseman for the Storm. Asking for it up is Usherwood. Here's the 1-1. And that's where he threw it. And, man, that was not that up. You hear the Bulldog fans going berserko. That was right down the middle, but he said it was too high. It looked like it was about his waist. So pretty tight strike zone here, although that was a call to strike in the first inning. Here's the pitch, and that goes off his bat, foul ball, as he checked the swing on another high, tight fastball. So it takes a count to 2-2 for Villa. Byers back onto the hill, ready to go. Let's see where Usherwood sets up. He's going to set up right in the middle. Here comes the pitch. A little bit high, ball 3. That was in the middle, but just high. Up about chest high. All right, so the count goes full on the first batter. As Byers takes a look in, he'll come set. Usherwood sets up in the middle. And the curveball, too high, walks the first batter. So the first base runner of the ball game is Jaron Villa, as he draws the walk after going full count. And so to the plate comes the third baseman, number 9, Gabriel Nelson. See what Villa does here down at first base, what kind of lead he gets. He's going to step out there, almost gets his foot out there about the 12-foot line. He steps another little 6 inches. They turn into bunt it. He does bunt it down the first base side. Byers is going to go get it. Oh, and he fumbled the ball. And everybody's safe. He tried to pick it up, and he couldn't find the handle. So probably an error there as Byers looked away right when he was looking to toss it over to first base and left the ball behind. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Villa down at second, Nelson at first on a good bunt, but Byers had him just when he went to grab it, left it behind, and that'll bring Angel Del Angel, number 8, the first baseman, to the plate. Byers takes a look back, now to the plate, right down the middle with a good curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1. That ball really broke 12-6. Bottom just fell out of it, and he throws it pretty hard too. Now he can change the speed of that thing. That time threw it pretty hard, and that batter just swung over the top. 0-1 the count. Deep drive out the left field. Whitmire going back. And that ball is gone. He met that with all the meat of the bat on a fastball. And just like that, it's 3-0 on the home run over the left field fence by the number 3 batter in the lineup, first baseman, number 8, Angel Del Angel. And he hit that a ton. It was high and really deep. It was not even questionable. Byers with a good fastball, but he got every piece of it, hit it over the left field fence. So that's going to bring Benjamin Herman to the plate. Where's number 22 on his jersey, batting from the left side. Steps in, Byers takes a look in. Usherwood sets up on the outside part of the plate. That's where he threw it. Good fastball, foul tip, strike 1. Foul tipped it into the glove. Byers threw it down about knee level on the outside edge, and he swung, foul tipped it. Here's 0-1. Good breaking ball, caught the outside corner for strike 2 called as he broke that to a right-handed batter. You'd call that a front door, a back door to the lefty. Good hard cutting curveball. Here's the pitch. Just missed on the outside edge with a fastball. 1-2 now the count. Nobody out. Herman at the plate, the DH, batting from the left side. Byers ready to go. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back and out of play. So it remains 1-2. Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell, left to right. Morales, Fuentes, Beauregard, Pacheco, third to first. Usherwood behind the plate. Byers on the hill, 1-2 the count. Usherwood sets up on the outer third to the lefty. Here's the pitch. Foul tip, stayed alive. Fouled it down and backwards. Did Herman. Peyton Knoll, the center fielder, on deck, and Francisco Hernandez, the second baseman, in the hole for the Storm. Bulldogs want to string 3 in a row here because right now it's 3-0, so they want to get out of this inning. Asking for it up is Usherwood. Here's the pitch. He didn't throw it up. He threw it hard fastball at the knees, just on the inside corner. Called. Strike 3, so the first out. And that'll bring number 12, Peyton Knoll, to the plate, batting from the right side. He's playing center field for the Storm. So he'll step in to face Byers for the first time. Byers set and to the plate. Good curveball, and he took something off of that. Swinging strike 1. Again, that broke pretty much 12-6, and he didn't throw it as hard as he had earlier. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball, just blew it by him. That was up about waist high, right down the middle. 0-2. The count. Byers comes set, and the pitch. Swing, and he fouled it straight back. Just missed it, as that was another one right down the middle. All right, so they get a new ball out to Byers. He'll get back in the stretch. And the 0-2 curveball got him swinging, foul tipped into the glove. And that is strike 3. And out number 1. That'll bring number 6, the second baseman, Francisco Hernandez, to the plate. He'll step in on the right side. 1 out. 3-0 Cleveland right now over the Bulldogs. Bottom of the first. There's a good pitch. Call. What? Okay, ball 1. Said it was a little up. Boy, it was right down the middle. He toasted it, but a little too high. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That was, oh, that one's a little too low. So ball 2. Again, right down the middle, but said it was a little too low. It was right below the knees. 2-0 the count. Hernandez steps back in. Byers set. And the pitch. Boy, he hit the glove right where he had set it. He had asked for it up, and it was up and in, but called the ball. So 3-0 now to the batter, Hernandez. As Byers comes to the plate. He just toasted that one down the middle. Called strike. And the Hernandez was going to the base. That was right down the middle, about waist high. He threw his bat back and was going down first base. 3-1 the count. Hernandez steps back in. Here's the 3-1. Down again, strike 2. On deck is Gunnar Carey, and in the hole, Owen Bishop for the Storm. Byers to the plate. Curveball called, strike 3. So that's the ends of the threat. But the Storm get 3 runs off of 1 hit, 1 Bulldog error. It's 3-0 as we head into the top of the second. We'll be back.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
This is the time of year we can get
Kubota
4
Horse
seasons.
Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get
You're sweating in the sun. The next minute, you've got slush in your shoes. But that's winter in Roswell. And after 127 years, we're starting to get used to it. It's too early to plant very much, but you can fertilize pecan trees, spray for dandelions, order your bees, and pick up a new seed catalog. So come see us at Roswell Seed. Like Jim Gill would say, enjoy the warm days, but don't go far from the fire.
All right, Dalen Pacheco is going to lead things off here in the top of the second for the Bulldogs as they went down 1-2-3 in their half of the first. A big home run after a walk and an error gives the Storm a 3-0 lead as we head into the second inning. Dalen will step in and face Vasquez for the first time. The lefty down in that crouch. Now he'll come up, stand up, set, and to the plate. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the outside edge, up a little bit. Swung through it, did Dalen. So 0-1 to him as he steps back in. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. That one he got out in front of it. Got the end of the bat on it. It was a good curveball. Kind of fooled Dalen, but he did get a piece of it. So 0-2 now the count. Kind of dribbled it over to Usherwood, who's standing in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-2. Came inside on him. Ground ball to the shortstop. He fields it on the second hop. He throws it over to first. And that is out number one on the ground out. 6-3. And one down for the Bulldogs. As Usherwood will come to the plate. Brandt, of course, bats from the left side. I mean, I don't know why I said that, from the right side. And Vasquez down in his crouch comes up. Here's the pitch. Low, ball one. Armijo, Noel, and Carey left to right. Nelson, Villa, Hernandez, Del Angel third to first, and Bishop catching Vasquez. There's your Cleveland defense. There's a good pitch. He took something off of that one. Swing and a miss for Usherwood. Strike one. 1-1 to count. Had a little bit. It was a curveball. So Brandt will step back in. And the pitch. Another curveball caught the outside edge. Called strike two. So 1-2 now to Brandt with one out. On deck is number one, Diego Morales, and in the hole, Charlie Campbell, number 8 for the Bulldogs. And the pitch. Oh, and it hit him. So he's hit by a pitch. He'll trot down to first base and give the Bulldogs their first base runner. That'll bring Diego to the plate to face Vasquez. Campbell on deck, and Whitmire in the hole for the Bulldogs. So the umpire, I guess, giving some time to Usherwood, but he don't look like he needs it. Looks okay to me. They're going to have a courtesy runner coming in. That's going to be number 6, Derek Warren, I believe, coming in for the catcher. So Derek will run. And we'll see what kind of move this lefty has. We'll see what kind of lead Derek gets. He's going to stretch it out there. He's out about 8, 9, 10 feet. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball one to Diego. They're playing kind of shaded to the right, although the right fielder playing pretty much straight away. The wind now blowing a little harder coming from the west. Blowing from right to left field across the batters, across the defense. Kind of hear it in my... I hear it in my bat. Going to pull back. Oh, he said he went, but going on the, did he foul tip it? Oh, Derek thought it was a foul tip. He started to walk back to first base, and then now they're going to talk about it. And Coach Bickle coming in, and the umpire telling him to hold off. So he called it a strike, but I think he got the bat back. I mean, he didn't tip it. So it looks like Warren will stay at second base on the steal. So that gets the Bulldogs a runner in scoring position here with one out. Top of the second inning, and Morales will step back in with a 1-1 count as Vasquez down in that crouch, staring into his catcher Bishop. He'll come up, look at second, and to the plate. Swing, and it's a fly ball over to the right side. Will it get out of play? First baseman's making a good play. And then he dropped it. He tried to just underhand it instead of, he was there in time, but he tried to underhand it instead of putting his glove up and catching it. So we'll take it. Foul ball, strike 2. Trying to do those basket catches sometimes can get you. And there's a little breeze, so I'm sure that ball was hit really high, and the wind blowing across that way held it in the field of play. Because the wind has picked up, clouds have kind of moved in. Here's the pitch, high and away on a curveball that didn't quite break. 2-2 now the count. Again, 1 out. Runner at second base is the courtesy runner, Derek Warren, as he came in for Usherwood, who got beamed in the back to be the Bulldogs' first base runner. Vasquez set, looks back at second. Now to the plate. Swing and a foul tip. So the count remains 2-2. Fouled it right into the headgear of the umpire. Vasquez still picking at his shoes, trying to get dirt out of them, mud out of them. Now he's getting back onto the hill. So the lefty gets down in that crouch, looking in, puts his left hand, his glove hand on his knee. Now he'll stand up and come set. And the 2-2. I don't know where that one missed, but we'll take it. I guess just low, ball 3. So the umpire has a pretty tight strike zone. In the first inning, he called a couple that I thought were balls, but he's got a tight strike zone. No doubt about it. Here's the full count, and you got him to chase it down. Strikeout swinging is out, number 2. That's going to bring Charlie Campbell to the plate. First at bat from the season for Charlie. As the Bulldogs had already played several games, he was still, of course, playing basketball and being a part of that state championship run for the Bulldog basketball team. We've seen him come in and pinch run, but now we're going to see him at bat and in right field. First pitch he sees pops up to the right side, and it will get out of play for a foul ball. The first baseman made a beeline over there and just got over the net. So Charlie will step back in, 0-1 the count. As Vasquez down in this crouch. Now he'll come up set. And to the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a curveball that started out, kind of come in, but it dove on him, so strike 2. Charlie waved at that one. He'll step back in, 0-2. He'll shorten up here, try to punch one through somewhere, get a run in. 0-2 the count, 2 down. Vasquez set and to the plate. Curveball high, missed away, ball 1. 1-2 now to Charlie. As he'll step back in. Bishop goes down into his position as a catcher. Vasquez in that crouch. Looking. Comes set and to the plate. And he misses away with the curveball. Ball 2. Good look there for Charlie. Good eye. He did not give chase. So Trey 2's up there again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him kind of up in the zone. He took a big cut at it. And so that will end the threat as the Bulldogs get no hits, no runs, no errors on the defense, and 1 runner left on base as we go into the bottom of the second. 3-0 in favor of Cleveland.
It's a great time to buy a Kubota. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs. Get your perfect match delivered to your door now through June 30th. Get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, or up to $3,000 off an L3302 compact Kubota tractor. Now through 6/30/2025. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information. Visit Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Attention sports fans! Come explore Carlsbad Ford's huge inventory. From sleek sedans to rugged trucks, Carlsbad Ford has a huge variety of vehicles to fit your lifestyle. The best cars, the best trucks. Come find out why Carlsbad Ford is the best in southeastern New Mexico.
Oh, yeah!
At Carlsbad Ford Lincoln, their team is dedicated to helping you find the perfect vehicle with the best offers available. Carlsbad Ford, 2802 West Pierce, a proud supporter of high school sports.
All right, we're back here, and the wind has really started picking up. There's a lot of dirt in the air now. I don't know where the dirt came from, but but it's in there. We got a kind of a brown look out here at the ballpark. Not one of those that you can't see through, but still looks totally different than it did even 5 minutes ago. The wind blowing. Carey at the plate, first pitch, just down, ball one from Byers. It's Gunnar Carey, number 11. He is the right fielder, batting in the 7th spot. So the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming to the plate here. Swing and a miss on a good high fastball. Got him to chase it for strike one. Byers comes set. Usherwood sets up on the outer third. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Just missed. Ball two. Campbell out in right field, Galindo in center, and Whitmire in left. I'll give you the infielders after this pitch. Byers comes set to the plate, 1-2, good curveball, front door, called strike two. So 2-2 now on the count. Morales, Fuentes, Beauregard, Pacheco, third to first. Usherwood catching Byers. There's his Bulldog defense. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball blew it by him. 4 out, number 1. That's going to bring to the plate the catcher, number 19, Owen Bishop, to the plate. Batting in the 8 hole. Number 25, Josiah Armijo, the left fielder, is on deck. And in the hole at the top of the order, the shortstop, number 7, Jaron Villa. 3-0 Cleveland here in the bottom of the second, if you're just joining us. Byers with the pitch, swing, and it's a ground ball up the middle. Fuentes is going to have to range over. He does, picks it up, fires it over in time. And that is out number 1. Hard play made to look routine by Fuentes. Ground out 6-3. The put out. Good stretch over there by Pacheco, and that is out number 2. So the bottom of the order, number 25, left fielder Josiah Armijo will step in to face Byers for the first time. Wind kind of blowing in now out of right field. And the pitch, right, man, just a little up. Ball 1. Good fastball. Armijo, not one of the taller guys, and that was just up. So ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a great breaking ball. That ball started out about knee high down the middle and it just broke away from him and down. And he took a big cut at it, come up empty. 1-1 the pitch count. Usherwood scoots over to the right side. Here's the pitch. Got him to swing at it, drove it out to center field. And Galindo first started going back, and then he comes to it over into the right center and makes the play for the third out on the fly out. So the Storm come in their half of the second inning, and they go down 1-2-3. No hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base. 3-0 Cleveland. We come back, top of the third, coming at you with Whitmire, Beauregard, and Galindo, your first 3 batters.
Hey, Artesia Bulldog fans, are you ready to unleash the spirit of victory this season? Tate Branch Auto Group is proud to stand alongside the Bulldogs as they charge onto the field, court, and track. Just like our commitment to delivering top-notch vehicles and service, your dedication and passion for the Bulldogs inspire us every day. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today, either in person or online, because when it comes to supporting the Bulldogs, we're all in. Tate Branch Auto Group, revving up the Bulldog pride. Go Bulldogs!
911, what's your emergency?
Oh my gosh! This guy in front of me is all over the road. Save us all. Make the call. Report DWI.
This message from the Eddy County DWI program.
All right, we're back here. We're back here at the stadium, and I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my phone app with the weather app, and it says it still feels like 73. But man, I'm telling you, it's chilled off with this wind. And there's dirt in the air, and the clouds have really kind of rolled in from the west. I look back toward the east, it just looks hazy, but I don't think there's any clouds over there. Just kind of hazy. And the sunlight, it's twilight as it's down below the horizon over there. A lot of people getting their blankets out and their coats out, and I'm probably going to pull mine out here in just a minute, my coat, because I'm a little chilly. All right, so Jet Whitmire will step in on the right side to face Vasquez for the first time. Whitmire on the right side to face the lefty, and the pitch. Called strike one. Fastball caught the outside corner. Whitmire studied it all the way down, didn't like it, but called a strike. On deck is Bub Beauregard, and then we're back to the top of the order. Galindo in the hole. Looked like the same pitch, and it was called the same. Strike two, just on the outside edge, right about the knee, maybe a little above the knee. All right, so ahead in the count is Vasquez. Let's see what he brings here. Maybe a curveball. He brought a fastball up. And good job laying off of it by Whitmire as he didn't give weight to it. I'm telling you, this wind is starting to blow now. All my stuff moving on my table. Here's the 1-2 from Vasquez. Oh, and he got him on a good curveball. It was a good, he threw it hard and a big swing, and it was up a little bit and broke towards Whitmire and swung through it for out number one. All right, here is the pitch to Bub Beauregard. He looks at a ball low and outside, ball one. As he steps back in, 0-1 the count. As Vasquez comes set and to the plate, swing and a foul tip, or just kind of foul tipped it off the end of the bat. Back a little bit, rolled away, got it out on the end of the bat. So 1-1 now the count to Bub. We're in the top of the third inning. 3-0 Cleveland is our score. Vasquez comes set and to the plate. Just missed. Boy, it was close. You probably heard some Cleveland fans thinking it was a strike, but just a little bit off the plate to the outside on a breaking ball. So 2-1 now the count as Beauregard steps back in. And the pitch. Outside again. This one was a fastball that missed away. Ball three. 3-1 now the count. As he steps back in, does Bub. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut. Come up empty. So a full count now. One out here in the top of the third inning. 3-0 is our score. Cleveland with the lead. Vasquez with the pitch. And he did not chase. It misses outside. So Beauregard aboard with one out and a walk. And that'll bring the top of the order to the plate. Frankie Galindo. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time through. He'll take a look down to coach and now step in. Here's the pitch. Swung on. He's going to hit it up the middle. Shortstop will get it. Throw it to first as there was a hit and run. So Beauregard was in there pretty quick, but he's out at first base. So the ground out. 6-3. So he didn't even try to go to second base. Bub was off and going on the hit and run. So he now stands in scoring position with 2 outs. And to the plate, Jet Fuentes. He's 0 for 1. Struck out looking his first time through. As Vasquez in that crouch says yes. Now he comes set. He'll look back now to the plate. Inside, ball one. Yeah, the wind has really picked up here, kind of blowing in at us from right field. Blowing pretty hard. Flags are whipping out there. Vasquez finally comes set. to the plate. Outside. Oh, he called it a strike. Curveball. Curveball was out on the white line, and he called that one strike. He's been calling really tight, and then that one, man. So 1-1 now the count. Fuentes back in. Here's the pitch. That's high and away. Ball 2. 2-1 now the count. On deck is Byers, and in the hole Pacheco for the Bulldogs as they look to get back into this thing down 3-0. Early in the ball game, a lot of baseball left. Vasquez comes set to the plate. Swing and a miss. Good curveball that broke down and in on Jet. He took a big cut at it, but come up empty. So 2-2 now the count with 2 outs. We got those 3 of a kind out there on the board again. In fact, there's 4 because number 2's at bat. They got number 2 out there. So 4 of a kind. All right, Vasquez still in that crouch. Now he's set and to the plate. And it's high and away. Ball 3, so full count now for Jet. As Fuentes takes a look down at coach and now steps back in. Beauregard down at second in scoring position. They've really shaded Jet to the right side, although the right fielder playing pretty much straight away. There's a swing and a miss on a good breaking ball in on him. And that'll end the threat as the Bulldogs get no hits, no runs, no errors, and leave 1 runner on base. As we come back for the bottom of the 3rd inning, Jaron Villa, the leadoff batter, Nelson and Del Angel on coming to bat. We'll be back.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Right now, receive 2.9% APR for 72 months on select 2025 Silverado 1500 models. Our new vehicle specialists are here to assist you throughout the entire hassle-free buying experience. We have a great selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs to choose from and look forward to seeing you here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Offer ends March 31st, 2025. APR for well-qualified buyers on approved credit. Visit GuyChevy.com.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. And boy, do I have some amazing Tuesday deals for you. If you're grabbing a quick bite for yourself, you gotta try our country fried steak meal. This includes our delicious home-style country fried steak patty served with mashed potatoes and white gravy, creamy coleslaw, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just for $4.99. Looking to feed the whole fam? We got you covered. Try our $20 meal deal. This includes 8 pieces of all dark meat chicken, large mashed potatoes and gravy, a large coleslaw, and 4 buttermilk biscuits. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Joby Hodling here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to play as we go into the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-0 in favor of the Storm here in Rio Rancho Sal Puentes tournament. First round action for the Bulldogs, taking on the powerhouse 5A Cleveland. Jaron Villa, the leadoff batter, steps in. He walked his first time up, and he looks at a curveball a little bit high, ball 1. So he walked, and then the next batter got on an error, and then the next batter hit a bomb over the left field fence. That pitch called strike 1. That was a great, hard breaking ball right down the middle. 12-6 type action. 1-1 the count. Byers comes set, wind blowing in at a high rate. Here's the pitch, right down the middle, blew it by him, swinging strike 2. Good pitch by Byers. He brought the heat. All right, so Byers again is peering into Usherwood. Let's see where he sets up. He's asking for it up and in. Byers with the pitch, that's where he threw it. He did not give chase, ball 2. Boy, he hit it right where he was asking for it, up and in. And a fastball, hard fastball, but didn't go for it, so ball 2, 2-2 the count. And the pitch, swing, he dropped the ball, but he's going to throw it down to first base, Usherwood does, and that's a swinging strike 3 for a out. So catcher to first base on the throwdown, 2-3 to finish the strikeout. And that'll bring Gabriel Nelson to the plate with 1 out. He is the number 2 batter, 3rd baseman. He bunted earlier, trying to do a sacrifice, and Jack left the ball behind, trying to pick it up quickly. Great curveball. Front Doherty called strike one. Boy, and that ball, really good breaking action on the inside part of the plate. 0-1 the count. Byers to the plate. That one he bounced up there, kind of overthrew that. Looked like he kind of overthrew that pitch. So it's 1-1 now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on another great breaking ball for strike two. So 1-2 now the count. Byers peering in. And it took too long, so Gabriel Nelson calls time. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Foul tipped it, got him high and tight, and he was able to fight it off, fouled it back to the netting. So he stays alive, does Nelson. 1-2. The count remains as Byers comes set. Usherwood right in the middle. Here's the pitch. He threw it right there. Fly ball to the right side, out of play for another foul ball strike. That's the 44th pitch thrown by Jack. He's got 30 for strikes, 14 for balls. His counterpart, Vasquez, has thrown 49, 31 for strikes and 18 for balls. Here's the pitch, swung on, chop foul down the left field line. That's going to go all the way out to the corner. The coach is going to go out and get it. Well, it didn't make it to the corner. It kind of died out there. Byers comes set. Here's the pitch. Did not swing. He checked his swing on a diving curveball. So ball two. 2-2 now the count to Nelson. Byers comes set. And to the plate. High and tight, ball three. So good at bat here for Nelson. He's faced 8 pitches. Fouled off 3. And Byers again in the stretch. Bulldogs playing pretty much straight away. Here's the pitch. High and tight, ball 4. So he'll trot down to first base. Usherwood going to go out and have a talk with Jack. And to the plate comes Angel Del Angel, the big first baseman that we saw hit a bomb his first at bat. He's a big kid, I'd say every bit of 6'4", maybe 6'5". As he steps in. Right side, he's 1 for 1 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Pretty big lead over there. He's got his foot out on the 12-foot mark. Does Nelson, but he's leaning back to first. Byers a long peek to the plate, bounces it up there. Good job by Usherwood as he buried it in his chest plate, knocked it down in front of him, and kept the runner right there at first. So Angel Del Angel steps back in. Byers set and to the plate. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. Well, got through the glove for a foul ball, strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Kind of just veered just about 5 to 6 feet over to Usherwood's right, hit the glove, and then kind of dribbled out over to the right. So 1-1 the count. Del Angel steps back in. Byers to the plate. He swung on it, drove it down the right field line. It tailed foul. Boy, I thought that might stay in the fair territory, but it did not. It bounced out there in foul territory and over the right field fence on the right side. So just a long foul ball strike. 1-2 now to Del Angel. Obviously got some pop. He hit a towering home run his first time up, and that time he hit a line drive shot down the right field line, but it just tailed on him, got out of the play, or out into foul territory. So Byers 1-2, looks over to first, takes another peek, out of the plate, up high, ball 2. 2-2 now the count. Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell, left to right. Morales, Fuentes, Beauregard, Pacheco, third to first, with Usherwood catching Byers. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on. High pop fly. That's going to be trouble in the wind. Let's see who calls it off. Fuentes is going to call it off, and he'll make the play. Great job by Jet. As Diego gave way to him, he caught it in foul territory over behind third base, and that's a hard ball to catch. It was way up in the air, and the wind is just whipping, but he made the play. So that is a pop fly out in foul territory, and out number 2. So the lefty comes to the plate, and he looks at a throw over to first base, not in time. Benjamin Herman, he's 0 for 1. He struck out looking. He'll look at ball 1 just a little bit high. So 1-0 the count. On deck is Peyton Knoll, and in the hole, Francisco Hernandez, the second baseman for the Cleveland Storm, as Jack peers over to second, takes another look over his shoulder now to the plate. Again, a little bit high fastball. 2-0 the count. Bottom of the third inning, it's 3-0 Cleveland, after getting a 3-run shot in the first. Spin and throw over, not in time. Is Nelson over there, and we got some lights on up here. I like it. Turn some lights on underneath the where I'm sitting, because it's almost dark. Here's the pitch. Nice curveball. What was wrong with that one? I guess a little bit low. I guess it broke, I thought, through the strike zone and then dropped, but called a ball. 3-0 to the batter, the lefty, Herman. Here's the pitch, right, well, a little bit high. Ball 4 is down the middle, but up just enough to be a ball. So that'll bring number 12, center fielder Peyton Knoll, to the plate. He's 0 for 1. As he fouled it out, and we got Coach coming in. So Coach Bickle coming in. That was the 57th pitch for Byers. I don't think he's making a change here, but we'll see. As he comes out talking to the infield and Byers. And I do see somebody coming in. Yeah, Byers is going to take a seat. So coming in will be who? So Jack ends up pitching 57 pitches, 34 for strikes, 23 balls. And coming in will be number 10 for the Bulldogs. And that is Hayden Huffman. We saw Hayden pitch on Tuesday night. I think that's the only change. Well, Byers is going to go maybe to third. We'll see what the changes are. We'll go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll have them all for you. Stay right there.
RE/MAX Axiom, located in the heart of downtown Artesia at 402 West Main, Suite D and E, is staffed with certified full-service professional brokers. Whether you're buying or selling a home, the professionals at RE/MAX Axiom will lead you through every step of the process. Visit their website, remaxnmaxiom.com, or call 575-255-0111 to speak with a licensed broker. RE/MAX, voted the most trusted name in real estate, and RE/MAX Axiom are proud supporters of our community and all Bulldog activities. We have a big name, but a small town feel. We rise by lifting others.
Home health care is health care in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 25 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at jjhc.org.
So we're back here, and I was mistaken. Pacheco's going to move from first to pitch, and Huffman did come in. He's going to go to first. So it'll be because Byers is going to go to third. So our defense now sets up like this. We have Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell, left to right. Byers, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Huffman, third to first. And our catcher is still Usherwood. And the new pitcher, Dalen Pacheco. 2 down as Pacheco comes in. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Strike 1. Nice pitch. Starting him off. Lee and I have talked about this last week, all 3 games that and then Tuesday night, and Pacheco pitched in a couple of those games, and he likes that curveball. I think that's his lead pitch, and we've seen him throw it for a strike a lot. Starts him off with a strike. Here's the pitch. Another curveball, this time just misses away for ball 1 to Knoll. On deck is Francisco Hernandez, the second baseman, and the right fielder, Gunnar Carey, in the hole for the Storm. Runners at first and second here, bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 down, Pacheco with a 1-1 count to the plate. Up a little bit, ball 2. 2-1 now for Pacheco. Pitches from the stretch, regardless if there's runners on, but there are 2 on. All right, so Dalen takes a look into Usherwood, gets his pitch. And to the plate, curveball, swing, that's going to be a base hit, seeing eye single. They're going to bring the runner from third. Throw in is going to be let go, but not in time. So the 2-out single out to left field between third and shortstop scores a run. And the Storm take a 4-0 lead. So Herman at second, Knoll at first, and Francisco Hernandez coming in to bat. He is 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time through. Pacheco says yes to Usherwood, to the plate. Curveball, strike 1. Man, nice looking curveball. Took something off of it, broke from the inside in. So a front door curveball. Pacheco staring into Usherwood. Now he says yes. Comes set. We're going to have a timeout taken by the batter. So Hernandez stepped back, called time, and then stepped back. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there outside for ball 1. 1-1 now to Hernandez. Wind's still blowing. It's slacked off a tiny bit, but still blowing. And I put my coat on. It's kind of chilly out here. A lot of people got their coats on, but still some of the guys wearing shorts and t-shirts are tougher than me. Here's the pitch, down low and away, ball 2. So 2-1 now to Hernandez. The right fielder, number 11, Gunnar Carey, is on deck, and number 19, Owen Bishop, the catcher, he's in the hole. As they try to keep a 2-out rally going here, they got that base hit and scored a run with 2 outs. Now continuing trying to add some more runs. There's a swing, deep drive to center, but the wind kind of knocks it down. Galindo comes forward, and he'll make the play for out number 3. So that will end the inning and end the threat, but the Cleveland Storm score a run off of 1 hit. There were no Bulldog errors and 2 runners left on base. As we go into the top of the 4th, it's 4-0 in favor of the Storm. We'll be back.
With a deep heritage in oil and gas, Abo Empire is focused on safe and effective energy development in New Mexico. We will continue to make strategic investments in this industry to promote the economic and environmental well-being of our company, our partners, and our communities. We are continuing the Yates tradition. From John Yates Jr., Cynthia Yates Price, and their families, we are your partners in the community and proud supporters of Artesia Bulldog and Lady Bulldog Sports.
There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate. We love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at loisoliverrealestate.com.
All All right, we're back here in Rio Rancho as the Artesia Bulldogs and the Cleveland Storm going into the top of the 4th inning. The Bulldogs, Jack Byers will lead things off. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time through. Xavier Vasquez, the pitcher, and Owen Bishop, the catcher. Harmijo, Knoll, and Carey left to right. Nelson, Villa, Hernandez, and Del Angel third to first. There's your Cleveland Storm defense. As Byers will face the lefty once again. He steps in on the right side. Pacheco on deck and Usherwood in the hole. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit outside with a fastball, ball 1. Vasquez again to the plate. Again, misses a little bit outside. That one a little low as well, ball 2. So 2-0. Pair of fastballs that just missed away. Byers with a great eye. Did not give. So 2-0 the count and the pitch. Checked his swing down low. There. Oh! First base umpire said strike. They asked. I thought he checked it a lot, but called strike 1. So 2-1 now the count. Vasquez again set and to the plate. Swung on, pop fly right and out of play for foul ball strike 2. That was one of those sky-high ones that fell back and to the right. Byers back in. Vasquez comes set from that crouch. And the pitch. Up high. Ball 3, so full count now to Jack. Vasquez looking into his catcher Bishop. He'll come set and to the plate. Swing, it's a slow roller, and it goes off the pitcher's glove. Byers hustling down there, and he's going to get him by about a bang-bang. Good job by Vasquez to go get that. It was kind of a slow, it was like a medium slow roll, and it went off the glove of Vasquez, and he chased it down and was able to get Jack. He picked it up and fired over to first base. 1-3 the put out, and it was bang-bang. Byers was about a foot, just about to come down, and the ball got there. So Pacheco will step in. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop his first at bat. Here's the pitch, low and away, ball 1. On deck for the Bulldogs, Brant Usherwood, and in the hole, I believe will be, well, I'll wait and see who it will be. As we had a change when we changed pitchers, and they just had a break out there as the catcher Bishop goes out and talks to his pitcher. As Huffman came in to first base, so he may be on after Usherwood in the hole. That pitch misses down and in, so ball 2 to Dalen. Pitch swung on, foul ball off to the right side and out of play for a foul ball strike. So 2-1 the count to Pacheco. I still see guys in shorts and t-shirts. It's kind of chilly, that wind. Another foul ball off to the right side. So strike 2. 2-2 now the count, as the umpire going to go back and get some baseballs that they put on the backstop. He'll get looks like he got 3, put 2 in the bag and gave 1 to the catcher. So 2-2 the count. Pacheco steps back in. Vasquez comes set, and the pitch. Swung on, he's gonna line drive it foul down the right side. So just a hard hit foul ball over there towards coach, doing first base honors. Swing, that's gonna be a line drive out to the outfield, and that's gonna drop in there for a base hit. The wind helped him a little bit on that, blowing straight in, because he hit it pretty hard, but it dove out in right center field. And so a 1-out single gets the Bulldogs back into play here. Down by 4 4-0. And it will be Diego Morales coming to the plate. I'm sorry, Brent Usherwood. I don't know what the holdup is. Oh, they're going to have somebody run. So, yep, so for Dalen, as he's now the pitcher, he can be pinch courtesy run for.
Number 24, Dustin Pacheco.
I don't know why I'm not seeing Kurt is courtesy runner. It'll be his brother, Destin Pacheco, coming in to run for him. All right, so stepping up now is Usherwood. He is 0 for 0. He's hit by pitch. Swing and a hard line drive. Big, towering fly ball out to right, and it's caught. Going into foul territory by the right fielder, Gunnar Carey. He hit that hard, and it went way up high. But the right fielder tracks it down and makes the catch for out number 2. Good run and effort there by the right fielder. Caught it going into foul territory. Wind really helped the defense that time. So Dalen stays down at first. And now batting is Aiden Huffman. Pitch, his first time to see the pitcher, and it's just a little bit off the plate for ball 1. As Aiden came in the bottom of the last inning and went to first base. Jack went to third, and Dalen went from first to pitch. Throw over, not in time. Destin back in there easily. That's the first throw over for the pitcher. We've had some base runners. Here's the pitch, foul tip. Reached out there on a outside edge pitch and got the tip of the bat on it. So 1-1 the count to Huffman. As he steps back in on the right side. Vasquez comes set. And there's another swing and a foul ball back over our heads here over the metal roof for strike 2. So 1-2 now to Huffman. 2 down. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Vasquez to the plate and did not chase. Good pitch, but it was off the plate. Another ball. 2-2 now the count to Huffman. With 2 outs, Destin Pacheco at first. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped it again. That time it went through the catcher's mitt. If he'd have caught it, it'd been foul tip strike 3, but he did not. So he stays alive with the foul ball. Aiden Huffman, number 10. 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at first, Destin Pacheco. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a good fastball. Outside edge. So the Bulldogs get 1 hit, but no runs. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base as we go into the bottom half of the 4th inning. The score, 4-0, Cleveland.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
Reload Camp is back for 2025. This year's camp will take place April 12th and 13th in Portales at Eastern New Mexico University. Reload 2025 includes national-level trainers, college coaches from all levels, and former NFL players. Campers will experience drilling, field and classroom sessions, recruiting seminars, and guest speakers, and will leave compelled not only to be a dynamic presence on the football field, but even a better person off the field. Cost is $295. Register now at qbimpact.com/reloadcamp. This ad provided by Hawker & Sons.
All right, welcome back here to the ballpark. At the plate, Gunnar Carey, number 11. He is 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first time through. Good pitch right down the middle on a fastball, fouled off way behind it, but he fouled it off to the right and out of play. Pacheco on the bump. Usherwood is catcher. Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell left to right. Byers, Fuentes, Beauregard, Huffman from third to first. There's your Bulldog defense. Wind blowing in from right field. Sometimes crossways over to left. Curveball, called strike 2. Caught the upper end of the strike zone, and we'll take that one. Good curveball there from Pacheco. He started fast and then went curve. We've seen him go curveball a lot of times first, but 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Another curveball. It's going to be hit off the end of the bat. He was way out in front of it. Pushes it over toward the first base side. The Cleveland first base coach picks it up. So 4-0 is the lead as Pacheco comes set. Carey at the plate. Here's a pitch, curveball, swing, and he hits it left field. Whitmire on his horse, he'll go get it. Good job out there by Jet. Showing the Jets as he had to go hard to the line, but he tracks it down, and that's a line drive fly ball out in left field. 4 out number 1, and that'll bring number 19 Owen Bishop to the plate. He grounded out to Fuentes his first time through. Here's the pitch, called, strike 1 on a good breaking ball, inside corner. Pacheco looking in to Usherwood as he looks over to the dugout, gets the pitch, says yes, comes set. Usherwood sets up on the outer third. Here's the pitch. Good curveball again. He was way out in front of it. Fouls it over towards his dugout for strike 2. So everybody will reset. 0-2 the count with 1 out. Nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Cleveland. Pacheco comes set. Usherwood setting up way outside. Here's the pitch. Curveball. He hits it well, but right into center field, and having to come in because of that wind is Galindo, and he'll make out number 2 on the pop fly to center field.
The storm, number 25, Josiah Armijo.
So that'll bring Josiah Armijo to the plate. He is 0 for 1. Flew out to Galindo his last time through. 2 down. And the number 9 hitter in the lineup, left fielder, number 25, Josiah Armijo, steps in on the right side. As Pacheco gets his look in from Usherwood, gets his signal. Usherwood sets up in the middle and low. Good pitch. Oh, just low, I guess. Ball 1. So 1-0 the count as Pacheco comes set and to the plate. Good fastball, caught the outside corner, called strike 1. So the first pitch breaking ball just missed low, but then he comes right back, fires a fastball on the outside edge. 1-1 the count. Again, Usherwood sets up on that outside edge. Here's the pitch, a little bit too far out. Ball 2-1. Now to the batter, Armijo. On deck is the top of the order, Jaron Villa and Gabriel Nelson in the hole. But the Bulldogs just want to get the number 9 hitter out right here. That's going to be called strike 2. Good fastball at the knees, down the middle. 2-2 the count. Pacheco looking into Usherwood, who sets up in. See if he throws that front door curveball or just a fastball. He threw a fastball up for ball 3, so full count now. Again, Usherwood takes a look over to the dugout, gets the pitch. Pacheco comes set. He sets up right in the middle. Here's the pitch. Curveball, chopper, picked up on the second hop by Fuentes in time. He is out at first. Boy, it was bang bang because it was kind of a slow chopper, but a great throw by Jet, and that is out number 3. 6-3 the put out, and the Bulldogs do get that number 9 hitter. They go down in order. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. The score remains 4-0 as we head into the top of the 5th inning.
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest management for our clients. Bob Reed Pest Control is involved in every aspect of pest management, from general insects to trees, shrubs, and yard treatments. Also, Bob Reed Pest Control is the only authorized operator for the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System. No job is too large or too small. We are Southeast New Mexico's pest management headquarters. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today, 623-5344. Find us fast in names and numbers.
The Eastern... Bring the whole family out on May 1st to ENMU Roswell and join us for one Eastern Day. Visit roswell.enmu.edu for more information. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Welcome back here to the ballpark, Bulldog fans. It's 4-0 Cleveland as we head into the top of the 5th inning. The Artesia Bulldogs coming to the plate, 7, 8, 9 hitters. And it'll be Charlie Campbell, Jet Whitmire, and Caden Beauregard to try to get things going here. As Charlie, 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first time through. Vasquez has thrown 68 pitches, foul tip straight back for strike 1 on Charlie. So he'll step back in. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. So the pitcher Vasquez comes set again. Campbell awaiting. Here's the pitch. That was down the middle. Good curveball. Strike 2. So 1 and 2 now the count. As Campbell awaits, and the pitch swung on. It's off the end of the bat, but it's a ground ball to the right side. Second baseman picks it up, and that's going to be an infield single as it gets by the first baseman, but it was going to be a tough play. So he's into second as the ball got by the first baseman. Infield single. Nice piece of running there, hustle by Campbell off the end of the bat to the second baseman, just a bouncer. And now they're going to go out and talk to Charlie. I think the ball hit him or went off their first baseman's glove and then went off his helmet. So they're going to talk to him, the coaches. So I guess, I don't know what you call that. He went to second base, and I'm just going to say on the throw. So it really wasn't an error, I don't think, because it went off of his helmet. All right, so runner at second base is Campbell. Boy, he's getting a huge lead. Started to go and then came back. Here's the pitch. Did not chase. Good job there by Whitmire. Ball outside for ball 1. So the pitcher Vasquez, take a look back at second at Charlie, now to the plate, in for ball 2. Whitmire is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time through, but he's got a runner in scoring position looking to drive one somewhere. They're really shading him to the right, except for the right fielder. He's kind of playing straight away, but out in center and left are shaded over that way. Infield playing pretty much straight up. Vasquez, a long look, now to the plate. That's going to be ball. Oh, we called it a strike. Caught the upside of the strike zone on the outside edge for strike 1. 2-1 now the count. Vasquez again comes set. Looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a good fastball. Whitmire took a big cut at it but couldn't catch up. So 2-2 now the count. As Caden Beauregard over there in the on-deck circle. Nobody out. Runner at second base. Bulldogs looking to put some string together here and get back into this. Down 4-0. here in the top of the 5th. And the pitch, swung on, fouled back, stayed alive. So the count 2-2 remains that way. Wind has come to kind of died down a little bit, and it's completely dark. Of course, lights have been on for a while here at the ballpark. Vasquez to the plate. Campbell's off and running, going to foul it back and out of play. So it'll stay 2-2, and Charlie will go back to second. Whitmire step back in. Vasquez in that crouch. And he's going to turn around. Boy, Campbell was going, but he got back. Slid under. The throw back was a little bit high. So shortstop had to go up for it and kind of snow-coned and then fell out of his glove. He didn't get a tag down. Campbell back in safely, but he almost got caught stealing because he had started to go and he screeched to a halt and ran back quickly and slid in feet first safely. Bishop goes out and talks to Vasquez, catcher, pitcher, but he's coming back now as the umpire was already headed out there to break him up. He didn't give him much that time, not very long of a rope. All right, so Whitmire with the 2-2 count. He's fouled off the last two. We'll step back in. Let's see what Charlie does. He was going on that last pitch. Vasquez comes set. Here's the pitch. It's inside. Ball 3. Full count. Good pitch, but off the plate inside. Whitmire laid off of it. And it was up a little bit too, so up and in. Full count. Nobody out. Bulldogs looking to get some runs here. Top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing, it's a ground ball to the shortstop. Kind of slow roller. He's going to have to hurry, and he does get it there, but it moves the runner over. So the Bulldogs now have a runner in scoring. Well, they already have one in scoring position, but now 90 feet away. As moving over to third was Campbell, and that'll bring Bub Beauregard to the plate. He is 0 for 0. He walked his first time through. Base hit, walk, any of those would work. Get base runners on board. Base hit, of course, will score a run. So that would be the first thing you'd love to see, but a walk would work as well. So we can get a string together here. Here's one pitch. It's going to be swung on. It's going to be foul, just foul. Third base side. Third baseman caught it and on the second hop, and it was just foul for a strike. Campbell was off and running. He was scoring. As they're not playing up, they're playing normal depth. Well, the third baseman's up even with the bag, but he wasn't going to come home with it. He threw it. In fact, he threw it first. It bounced over there. I think Bub would have been safe, but it was just foul. So 0-1 the count on the foul ball. Everybody's back in their spots. 1 out. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing a big cut. Come up empty on a good pitch there from Vasquez. So Bub now with an 0-2 count. He'll shorten up, try to punch one through right here. Bring this runner home. And get on base, be another base runner. 4-0 is our score. We're in the top of the 5th. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. That is strikeout. Swinging and out number 2, which gets us to the top of the order. Number 17, Frankie Galindo will come to the plate. 2 down, Campbell down at third. Steps in. He is 0 for 2. Struck out and a ground out to the shortstop is Galindo. He'll look at a high and tight pitch. Ball 1. Good crowd here. Of course, Cleveland home crowd, and then Bulldogs travel well. The pitch just off the plate. The breaking ball. Ball 2. Good job there by Frankie. He laid off of it. He started to lean in, and then he didn't even take a check swing. He just watched it go. So 2-0 the count. Base runners needed. 2 down. High and away. Fastball missed. Ball 3. So Frankie way ahead in the count. On deck is Jet Fuentes, and in the hole Jack Byers as the Bulldogs again. I keep saying it. They want to string some hits together here. Big 2-out rally. That ball, just called a strike. It was off the plate, but called a strike. So 3-1, the count. Vasquez comes set to the plate. and that's going to be called strike 2, a curveball that broke down and in from the lefty to the righty. So full count now for Frankie. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right side, out of play, so he stays alive, does Galindo. Frankie steps back in. Vasquez from that crouching stretch. Now he comes set. Payoff pitch, swung on. It's a slow roller to the first baseman. He'll scoop it up. Fired over in time for out number 3. A ground out. 6-3 is how that went down. So the Bulldogs get one hit, but no runs. There were no errors, and there was one runner left on base. 4-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. Stay right here.
Big O Tires. Trust the team with expertise that goes beyond just tires. Visit your locally owned Big O Tires. Spring into savings now through April 6th and get $60 in rebate savings on sets of 4 Michelin tires totaling $900 or more. Or get $40 in rebate savings on purchases of $8.99 or less with installation purchase. Plus, Big O Tires will match up to $60 on Michelin rebate savings. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers. Ends April 6th.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0 Cleveland. Jaron Villa will step in, the leadoff batter, playing shortstop. He is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, swinging a hard line drive, but foul down the left side on a curveball. He's way out in front of it. Strike 1. Number 9, Gabriel Nelson, the third baseman on deck, and number 8, Angel Del Angel, the first baseman, in the hole. So they're top 3. 1, 2, 3 batters. Pacheco came in relief of Byers. Has given up 1 run. Defense playing pretty straight away, although Whitmire shaded over towards the line a little bit. Fastball misses down and away for ball 1. 1-1 now to Villa. So Whitmire out in left, Galindo in center, and Campbell in right. Byers, Fuentes, Beauregard, Huffman third to first. Usherwood catching Pacheco. Curveball misses down and away for ball 2. So 2-1 to Villa. And the pitch. Swung on, hit out to right field, coming on strong and making the play, Charlie Campbell. Line drive out there, and he comes running towards it and made the play for the out. And that'll bring Gabriel Nelson to the plate, number 9. He is 0 for 1. He reached on an error, and he has a walk. So he's been on base both times. Pacheco to the plate. Curveball called, strike 1, good pitch. That broke right across the middle of the plate. Pacheco again looking into Usherwood, gets his pitch. Usherwood sets up out. Here's the pitch, swing, and that's going to be a... Fuentes goes deep in the hole. The throw across is not going to be in time, but what a great play by Jet. That's an infield hit, but Jet range is really good. He went way into the hole, got it, throws it across, but not in time. So the runner down at first with 1 out is Nelson, and at the plate, the big first baseman, Angel Del Angel. So he'll step in on the right side. He is a 1 for 2 with a home run and a fly out. Setting up on the outer part of the plate is Usherwood. Pacheco several checks over his shoulder. Curveball doesn't break. High, ball 1. On deck is Benjamin Herman, the DH, and in the hole, Peyton Knoll for the Storm. Again, Usherwood sets up on the outer third. There's the pitch. High fly ball out into shallow right. Campbell's going to get to it and make the play. And he hits that a ton high. Good job out there by Charlie as he come in, and then he had to fade over to his left towards the foul line. But he made the play on that sky-high fly ball. The wind not blowing nearly as hard as it was. They've taken the flags down. I was looking out there for the flags. The wind's still blowing, but not as hard. First pitch, high fly ball to the left side. Wet Jet is giving it all he's got, but he can't get there. It's a foul ball. Man, he almost got to it. That was tailing away from him, but a foul ball strike for Benjamin Herman, the lefty. Behind on that pitch. Strike one. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking, and he's drawn a walk, and now they're looking for baseballs. And one comes in. So Pacheco has one. And the Cleveland coach is walking over to the, boy, he's not, they didn't stop time. He's walked over to the Bulldog dugout. He was telling the guys up in the press box, go find some baseballs. All right, Pacheco set. Runner at first, has a pretty big lead. Here's the pitch. Just missed away and maybe a little high. Ball one to the lefty. Good fastball running away from the batter. 1-1 the count. As Pacheco had a look over to first. Now he's set to the plate. Curveball called, strike two. Great pitch. Broke that from, if he was batting right-handed, that had been his shoulder and broke over the plate. He's a lefty, so backdoored him. Great pitch. 1-2 now the count. Pacheco looks over to first, comes set. Couple of peeks, now to the plate. Did not swing, he check swung him. And they're going to say he was, didn't swing. So ball two. 2-2 with 2 outs, and 22 the number. So a lot of twos up there on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos, 5 of a kind. 22, 2, 2, 2. Pacheco to the plate. Swing and a foul ball back to the left side. Foul ball strike. Count remains 2-2. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Pacheco from the stretch takes a look over to first. He's got a big lead over there. To the plate, swung and fouled it back to the left again. Hits the roof out front, comes back to the field. And now the umpire is going to look at that ball because it bounced off the red iron. It's painted green, but the red iron of the holding up the ceiling out here. So he looked at it, said it was okay. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Pacheco set to the plate. Curveball misses high, ball 3. So a full count now with the runner at first. That means in 2 outs he'll be off and running. Pacheco will take a look over. He might throw over and try to catch him going. He'll come set. Full count, 2 down. To the plate. Runner's off and running. It's a foul ball down the right field line. Grounder. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4th pitch fouled off at the plate by this batter in this at-bat. And the first base coach is going to trot down the right field line and pick that ball up. So they held off for that. All right, now we're ready to go. He didn't take off running like I thought he was going to. Here's the pitch. Now he does. That's too high. Ball 4. All right, so Peyton Knoll will come to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He has fouled out and on a foul ball pop fly and singled out in front of Jet Whitmire. His second at bat. So 1 for 2. 2 down. And the umpire offered another ball, but Dalen said this one's fine. And now a coach coming out of the dugout going to call time for the Bulldogs, and he's going to go out there and talk to Dalen and the infield. So 2 down, Runners at first and second for the Storm. They're trying to get some insurance runs here. They lead 4-0 in the bottom of the fifth. The coach talking it over with the infield. Umpire starting to walk out there now. Coach Bickle's coming out to talk to the umpire, and I think there must going to be a change here in pitcher because you got two coaches out there for the Bulldogs. I'm going to wait just a minute, but I didn't know you could do that. So that's something I'm learning tonight. Didn't remember you could do that. Two coaches out there. And the umpire had started walking out, then Coach Bickle came out, and now he's pointing to the dugout. It's Coach Bickle. So looks like Pacheco will be done, but nobody's coming out of the dugout. So I'm not sure what's going on. There they come. So who is coming out? It looks like it's going to be Diego Morales. So Dalen will go back to the dugout, but he may come back out to first. Morales checks back in. He'll go to pitch. Huffman will go take a seat, and Pacheco will go to first base. So we'll take a timeout here and let them warm up. 2 down, bottom of the fifth, 4-0 Cleveland. We'll be.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Okay, so that's the moves that were made. Dalen will go back to first base. Huffman will take a break. And Diego Morales re-enters, and he goes to pitching. He was started at third. Now he's in to pitch. So our third pitcher of the night. And that will bring the runners back out from the dugout for the Storm. Ed went over and were talking to their coaches. So runners at first and second, 2 down. And Morales, I think, with his last warm-up pitch. A little keep away. The ball skipped through Morales' glove, but the umpire back there picked it up and handed it to him. Now the throw back from Usherwood on the final warm-up pitch. All right, so after all that, Peyton Knoll will come to the plate, number 12. He's 1 for 2, fouled out on a fly ball, and then singled out in front of Whitmire. Runners at first and second get their leads. Morales from the stretch to the set to the pitch. Curveball called, strike one, right at the waist. Good pitch. Started him off with a curve. 0-1 the count. Diego takes a look back at second. Usherwood sets up pretty much in the middle. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Whoa! And Usherwood turned around and said, "Where'd it miss?" Ball 1, 1-1 now the count. It's close, but a ball. And the pitch. Curveball is hit hard. That's going to be down the line. That might be extra bases. It's going to go all the way to the corner. 1 run will score. They're going to hold the runner up at third. A 2-out double. Scores a run, and the Storm now lead 5-0. Just a stroke into left field. And the double, stand-up double for the Cleveland Storm, Peyton Knoll. So runners at second and third now with 2 outs. And at the plate will be Francisco Hernandez, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2, struck out and flew out. Flew out to Galindo his second time through. He's going to chop it. Coming up a hard, I think I'm going to have to charge that a infield single. That took a really hard bounce and then a short hop at Byers, and another run scores on the infield single.
Storm number 11, Gunner Carey.
So the runner held up over at second base. That'll bring Gunner Carey to the plate. Here's the pitch from Morales. Curveball. Too far in, ball one. Carey is 0 for 2. He struck out and he line drived out. As he steps in with a 1-0 count and 2 down and runners at first and second. Morales to the plate. Swing and a foul tip. Got him in tight. Kind of ate him up with a fastball. He did get a piece of it, but 1-1 now the count with 2 outs. The Storm have got 2 more across the plate here in the inning, so they now lead 6-0 off of 5 hits. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fly ball over to the right side, out of play for strike 2. So everybody will reset. 1-2 the count. 2 down, runners at first and second for Cleveland as Morales peers into Usherwood. Now gets his pitch, says yes. Usherwood sets up on the outer edge. Here's the pitch. Curveball hit well out to right field, but the wind knocks it down. Campbell starts to charge, and he backs up a couple steps and makes the 3rd out on the high fly out. But like I said, some damage done as the Storm get 3 hits. There were 2 runs scored, no Bulldog errors, and 2 runners left on the base paths. It's 6-0 Cleveland as we go into the top of the 6th. Stay right here.
Get great service with Pressure Services. Pressure Services LLC specializes in hydrovacs, vacuum trucks, kill trucks, sandblasting and coating, and roustabouts. The Bulldogs are champions on and off the field, and Pressure Services LLC are your champions when it comes to dependable, accountable, and efficient service. When you need it right, Pressure Services will be there for you. Pressure Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Go Bulldogs!
Looking for professional window tinting services? Look no further than Reliable Tint in Artesia. Located at 1502 South 1st Street, they specialize in auto and residential window tinting, as well as glass replacement for windshields, side and rear glass. But that's not all. They now offer advanced technology, rock chip, and crack repair, ensuring your vehicle stays in top shape. Open Monday through Saturday, Reliable Tint is here for all of your tinting and glass needs. Call them today, 575-616-9163. Reliable Tint in Artesia, where quality meets reliability.
All right, Jet Fuentes will lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning. He struck out looking and struck out swinging, so he's looking to get on tilt, get on board here. As Vasquez remains in for the Storm. Jet, of course, batting number 2 hole. Jack Byers and Dalen Pacheco on deck and in the hole, respectively. Vasquez has thrown 90 pitches, the lefty, 58 for strikes, 32 for balls. He's given up 2 hits to the Bulldogs. And the first pitch, called strike 1 on a curveball that caught the outside corner. Jet steps back in. Vasquez from that crouch, although it's kind of, he's not quite as deep as when he started. That pitch outside, ball 1. 1-1 now to Jet. He really crouched down. He's not nearly as deep. He's wearing out. He's thrown 92 pitches. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fly ball to the right side. First baseman, right fielder, everybody giving chase, and the right fielder will get there in foul territory. Good run down by Gunner Carey, as that is out number 1 on the pop fly out to foul territory on the right side. That'll bring Jack Byers to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's struck out looking and grounded out. Back to the pitcher, his last at bat. Vasquez looks in, comes set, and the pitch. Swung on, foul ball down to the left side. Coach Bickle put his hands out, but let it go through. It was a pretty hard hit. I wouldn't have tried to catch it. So it's 0-1 now to Jack as he steps back in. Vasquez again comes set to the plate. and that's low and away, ball 1. So 1-1 to Jack. Dalen Pacheco on deck, and Brent Usherwood in the hole. Vasquez to the plate, outside, fastball, missed away, ball 2. 2-1 to Byers. You can hear that wind, it's picking back up again. It was blowing, it's been blowing, but kind of died down a little. That ball's high and away. Ball 3 to Jack, so 3-1. Vasquez set and to the plate. Swung on, hit out to center field. That might fall, and it will. Little looper. Byers gets on with a 1-out single. So the Bulldogs want to get things going here. Right now is no better time. Right in the meat of your order. So Byers with the single. And to the plate, Dalen Pacheco. He's 1 for 2. He grounded out to the shortstop his first at bat, and then hit a single on the right side of second base up the middle his second time through. One of the 3 hits. That Byers was the 3rd hit of the ball game. Vasquez, the pitcher, now almost to 100. He's at 98 total pitches. Jack gets a pretty big lead over there. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. And it looks like they're about to, well, they started to come in from the coaching over there for the Storm, as this will be the century mark on this pitch. Vasquez has pitched a good game, 3 hitters so far. He's going to throw to first. He got Byers going, and the toss over. Byers is safe. Oh, man. He said he got the tag down in time. Caught stealing on the play. As Byers got caught leaning, he took off running hard, but he was tagged out. So 1, 3, 6 on the play. That is out number 2. So Dalen will step back in, 1-0 the count with 2 down. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, he did a good cut at it, but was behind the fastball. 1-1 the count as he's now at the, that was the century mark. That was the 100th pitch for Vasquez. 1-1 and the pitch, swing, and that's a line drive, but right at the second baseman for out. Number 3. Hit it on the nose, but it's right where somebody was. So the Bulldogs get 1 hit, but no runs. There were no errors and nobody left on the base paths. As we go into the bottom of the 6th, it is 6-0 in favor of the Storm.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we strive together to go from where we are to where God wants us to be. 10:30 on Sunday mornings and 6:15 on Wednesday evenings.
401 South 20th in Artesia, or visit fbcartesia.com.
Welcome back here to Bulldog Baseball on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. We're on Facebook and YouTube as always. Of course, audio only up here at the South Point this tournament as ProView Network's here and covering the games. So we can't video them, but we can call them. Joby Hodling here with you. 6-0, Storm leading the Bulldogs, and number 19, Owen Bishop, although I think it may be a pinch hitter here. I'll see. Here's the pitch, low and away, and it is a pinch hitter. So coming in is number 5 for Owen Bishop. That is Larry Garcia. He looked at ball 1. The wind in the pitch, ball 2, low and away. Here's the pitch. Called strike one. Good pitch. Right at the knees. Right down the middle. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss on a good breaking ball. Strike two. Here's the pitch, 2-2. Another good breaking ball, just missed. Called ball three though. So full count. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side. So the count remains full. Here's the wind and the pitch. Curveball got him. He was late. Good hard curveball. Strike three swinging. So one down here.
Number 21, Santino Williams.
So it looks like we probably, well, I don't know. I couldn't see his number. We'll see when he turns here. If it's Josiah Armijo, or if it's a new batter. Here's the pitch. Swing. It's number 21, so it is a new batter. Foul tip back for strike one. So it's Santino Williams coming in to bat. Foul ball, strike one. Diego Morales back onto the mound. Here's the wind and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Nice fastball running in on his hands. So 0-2 quickly to Williams. On deck is the top of the order. Number 7, Jaron Villa. In the hole, Gabriel Nelson, number 9. Wind in the pitch. Swung on, top foul down the third base side. So the count remains 0-2. And the pitch, fly ball, shallow center field, and coming in hard. It's going to drop. So Beauregard was giving chase, and Galindo was coming towards it, but it fell between them. So a one-out pop fly single out to shallow center field. And they're going to have number 25 coming in to run. So a pinch runner for Williams is number 25. And that is Josiah Armijo back in. So he's coming, he's re-entering, I guess, and they're going to run. So at the plate is number 7, the top of the order, Jaron Villa. Shortstop. He is 0 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and dropped third strike, thrown out, and a line drive out to Charlie Campbell, his last at bat. Here's the pitch, curveball. Just a bit high, ball one. So 1-0 the count. Josiah Armijo over at first. Not a real big lead. Morales set. 2 peaks, now to the plate. Strike called that time on the outside corner. Strike one, 1-1 now the count. At least I was hoping it was a strike call because I said it before he put his hand out there. But it was. He called it a strike. 1-1 the count to Villa, and the pitch. Curveball, ground ball foul down the right field, right side. Strike two, because there was a chopper between Pacheco and the first base coach over there. Campbell went and chased it down, threw it in. All right, so Diego was waiting, making sure Campbell was back and ready to go, which he is, so he's back on the rubber. Says yes, comes set. 1-2 pitch. Runner's going, throw down. Oh, just in there safe. So a good stolen base there for Armijo. And that was a ball at the plate. So 2-2 the count. And Armijo moves to second on the stolen base as Morales comes set to the plate. Strike three. Oh, ball three. Full count now. That pitch missed just down. Just a little bit low on a good fastball. Full count, runner at second, 1 out. Morales comes set, takes a couple looks back, now to the plate. And it bounces away. Ball 3 bounces away from Usherwood. So moving to third base is Armijo on the walk.
Now back to the storm, number 9, Gabe Nelson.
So that'll bring number 9 to the plate, the second batter in the lineup, Gabe Nelson. He has reached twice. He's 1 for 2. He reached on an error. He's reached all 3 times. He walked, reached on an error, and singled. So 1 for 2, but been on base all 3 times. Runners on the corners, 1 out. I'd like to see a ground ball right here up the middle. Curveball called, strike 1. Good pitch from Morales. Right about the knees. So from the stretch, he's going to take a look in, look over to first. Now comes set. Big lead over there. He's 2 foot over, and stepping off and throwing over is Morales. So he was at about 14, 15 feet, but he got back pretty easy. 0-1 the count, 1 down. We're in the bottom of the 6th. And a 6-0 lead, but they're trying to add more runs right here with runners on the corners and only 1 down. And to the plate, runner is off and running. It's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Charlie giving chase. Can he get to it? He almost did in foul territory. Kind of slid sideways trying to catch it. Unable to come up with it, but great effort out there. That ball was just tailing away from him. And the wind kind of blowing in and towards the fence over there now. It's kind of shifted around all evening, or all day, yeah. Actually, I was out here calling the Goddard game first, and the wind was blowing. Not nearly as what it did here in our game, but it would shift around, blow from the west, blow from the south, blow a little from the east. Right now it's coming out of the south and a little bit out of the east. Here's the pitch. Bounced it up there. Good stop there by Usherwood. See, one hopped it, backstabbed it. So the count's now 1-2 to Nelson. Another good lead over there. He's got his foot out there by about the 12-foot line. His front foot. To the plate. A little bit high. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count. If you're just now joining us, Morales is our 3rd pitcher. We've seen started with Jack Byers, and then De La Pacheco came in, and now Diego takes a peek to the plate. Curveball, chop foul over to the third base dugout, the home dugout. So the count remains 2-2. Double play ball right here would be great. Saw a couple of those against New Mexico Military Institute on Tuesday night. Get out of this inning with no more runs being scored. Curveball, he checked his swing, going to throw behind the runner at third, is going off. Going to third, second, stealing, and now Coach Bickle's going to come out and say that was a heat check swing, and he's saying he did. Bickle's arguing it. Now the umpire walks him back in. Bickle was saying something strong because he started to walk towards him, but Coach walked back to the dugout. So he called it a ball, full count. Runner moved down to second on a stolen base. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped it straight back. So staying alive is Nelson. From the windup now is Morales with runners at second and third. He's going to come right after him. Here's the payoff pitch. And he walked him. It was low and away. Ball 4. So the base is now juiced, and the big man coming to the plate, Angel Del Angel. He is 1 for 3. A big towering home run in the first, and then he's had 2 towering flyouts. I mean, all 3 were way up in the air. So the infield fly rule is on with the bases loaded and less than 2 outs. There's 1 out. As Diego working from the windup, here's the wind and the pitch. Hard hit right to the shortstop. Fuentes catches it, throws it to second. Throw over, not in time. It was kind of in the hole on Jett. He had to backstab it and then throw it to Beauregard. So runner out at second, but a run does come in. So runners on the corners as the left-hander steps up. And back in the stretch now is Diego. Here's the pitch, down and in, ball one. Seven to 0 now our score as Benjamin Herman steps back in. Diego peeks over to first, now to the plate, swung on, it's a ground ball to Jed again. He's going to scoop it up, toss it to second, Beauregard, and that is the end of the inning. As fielder's choice ends it up. And so out at second base on the force out ends the inning, and that'll bring Brent Usherwood to the plate. And Aiden was batting in there for, it'll be Diego Morales and Charlie Campbell. There's your three batters coming back at you after this timeout.
Telephone scammers are targeting energy consumers. They demand payment over the phone or warn the power will be shut off immediately. Don't fall for these scams. Central Valley Electric Cooperative will never demand payment over the phone. Please, never give out financial or personal information to someone who calls claiming to be CVE. If you get such a call or have a question about your bill, call CVE at 575-746-3571 to get the facts.
All right, we're going into the top of the top of the seventh inning. Bulldogs last chance here, down 7 to 0. They got to get at least 7 to keep this game going. And it will be Brent Usherwood coming to the plate. Diego Morales on deck and Charlie Campbell in the hole as Vasquez looking to get the complete game. He's on 101, 64 for strikes, 37 for balls. And I'm sure told his coaches he's good to go. He's really, the only thing that he's really changed, he's not crouching quite as low. He's down in his crouch, but not quite as low in his stretch. Here's the first pitch, up high, ball one. So in that top half of the, on the bottom half of the sixth, they got 1 hit, 1 run. There was no errors and 2 left on base for the Storm. But they got that additional insurance run. And that pitch called strike one, caught the outside edge. 1-1 now to Brent. Vasquez, like I said, has had pretty good stuff all game long. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, got him. Swinging at that one, and it almost looked like a changeup, but I think it was a curveball. Didn't have a lot of break to it, but it definitely had something off of it, and Brent was out in front of it. Here's the 1-2. He reaches out, taps it. It's going to go off of the glove of the pitcher, and then he's going to be infield hit. As he hustled down the line, second baseman came up and scooped it up, but he couldn't get it to him in time. So the single
for the Bulldogs, number 1, Diego Morales.
Gets our leadoff batter on the base path. So Brent will be courtesy run for, and that's going to be Derek Warren coming in. And there is going to be a coach coming out of the dugout to talk to his pitcher. So we'll see if he said, he might have told him if you give up a hit, I'm going to come pull you, but he's not making the move to pull him yet. He's just talking to him. So Derek Warren is in at first base, courtesy running for Usherwood. And at the plate is Diego Morales as he re-entered the game as the pitcher. So Usherwood had come in at first base when Morales left, when Pacheco moved to pitcher, and anyhow, he's back in. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time through. And so they're still talking about it on the mound. I guess they got somebody warming up over there in the bullpen. So Vasquez will leave the game with the lead, 7-0. Pretty good game for the young man. He pitched a good game, gave up 4 hits, to the Bulldogs. And coming in to pitch for him will be number 3, Alex Larvey. So we'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we will hopefully the Bulldogs get some runs strung together down 7-0. Stay right.
Do you know what the hardest part of dealing with the roofer is? Just trying to get them on the phone. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing.
Hi, my name is Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
All right, we're back here as he's still warming up. Number 3, the actual, well, South Puentes must have wore number 3 as well, but the number 3 in this ball game is Alex Larvey, and he has come in relief here to pitch the from the Storm's perspective to try to get this game over with. Bulldogs just want to go on a run here, score at least 8 runs, and get the 1-run win. Come out and shut them down in the 7th, but that's a tall order. It's a good team here from Cleveland, and the Bulldogs have battled all game long, no doubt about it. So if Cleveland holds on, then they'll be playing tomorrow at 5:30, taking on La Cueva, and the Bulldogs will play tomorrow at 12:30, taking on Academy. But we'll see. We've still got an inning left here. Nobody out. Warren at first base, and at the plate, Diego Morales, the new pitcher. Larvey, a right-hander, a big right-hander. Looks in, peeks over to first from the stretch, now to the plate. High, ball 1. He's got a big high leg kick when he's pitching from the windup, but here with the runner on first, he's pitching from the stretch. Warren with a decent lead over at first. 1-0 pitch. A square to bunt, missed the bunt. Runner's off and running. He is safe. Warren got in there, beat the throw. So strike 1 on the missed bunt, but Warren does get the stolen base, so he's now in scoring position for the Bulldogs. As Diego with the 1-1 count steps back in, nobody out. On deck is number 8, Charlie Campbell, in the hole, Jet Whitmire. As Larvey, a long look in, he got a really short stretch, just barely steps back, set position. Stands up real straight. Here's the pitch. Curveball, caught the inside corner, good pitch. So 1-2 now to Morales. Again, looking in, long time to his catcher. Now he's set. 1-2. And the pitch. Curveball, ground ball to shortstop, kind of goes to the left, and he picks it up, fires it across in time. Was hustling all the way was Diego, but a nice play there by Jaron Villa on the ground out. Held the runner right where he was at. And so the 6-3 putout is the first out of the inning. That'll bring Charlie Campbell to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He struck out swinging and then had an infield single. His second at bat. As he steps in on the right side to face Alex Larvey for the first time. He's telling him roll through. He didn't like any of those pitches. Larvey did. Now he'll come set. Takes a look back at Warren. To the plate. and called strike one on a pretty good curveball. Campbell steps back in. On deck is Whitmire and in the hole Beauregard. Bulldogs try to battle back here, down by 7. Their last 2 outs facing them, and now Larvey steps off. Their communication is wrong or something. Is the catcher Bishop's going to go out and talk to him because he was rolling his hand the last pitch, and then this time he stepped off, put his hand up, and said something wrong. So they talk about it. So Campbell will step back in, and I just realized the catcher, Bishop, I've known he was tall, but man, he's probably 6'4", 6'5". Pitcher looks about the same. Didn't realize Bishop was that tall, but when he stood right by Campbell, off and running, called strike. In there safely is Warren as he stole third, just a straight steal, but the strike on Campbell is strike 2. Warren ends up over at third base. So 1 out, runner at first, and the count now 0-2 to Campbell. Larvey comes set, and the pitch. Bounces it up there. Good job by Bishop. Bounced it off his chest plate. Maybe he isn't that tall. He's about Charlie's size. The angle, I guess, I had a minute ago, but he's tall for a catcher. Ball 1-2 now the count. Because Campbell's pushing 6'3", if he's not 6'3". He's 6'2", 6'3", in that range. And I guess Bishop's about that same. That time they really stood beside each other, and I got a good look at it. That pitch just missed off the edge. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count. They really wanted that one called a strike. Cleveland bench over there, the dugout hollering. On deck, Jet Whitmire, and in the hole, Caden Beauregard. 1 out, top of the 7th. So the Bulldogs down to their final 2 outs. They got to get these runs across to keep this game a-going. Larvey to the plate. Swung on. It's a chopper to the third baseman. He hops it, throws it across, and it's not caught. And then Warren is going to try to come home, and he is safe. He slid in around the tag, got in there. So the infield single, that was a hard play. I called it a single a while ago whenever it happened to Byers, and I'm going to say the same thing here. So a single and an RBI. As coming in to score was the courtesy runner, Derek Warren, and that'll bring Jet Whitmire to the plate with Charlie down at first base. He beat it out. It was bang, bang, but the ball come out of the first baseman's glove on the stretch as he one-hopped it. But I think it was an infield single, and that's what I'm calling it. I'm not official anyhow, but it was a good play and a good hit. Called strike 1 on the outside corner to Whitmire. He's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging and grounded out as Jet steps back in. 7-1. 1 out. Runner at first is Campbell. Larvey comes set to the plate. Low. Good block there by the catcher as he kept the ball right there on the ground. It was low, and he kind of smashed it down. 1-1 now the count to Whitmire. Bub Beauregard on deck, and then we're back to the top of the order. Frankie Galindo as the Bulldogs look to string them together right here, top of the 7th, down by 6. 7-1. Larvey, a long look over to first. Now he's set. Peeks over his shoulder. Now to the plate. Going to square the bunt. Good bunt on the left side. Whitmire going to have to hurry, though. He hit it probably a little harder than he wanted to. Good play there by the third baseman as he came up and got him. So the sacrifice bunt puts a runner in scoring position. Caught him off guard, but it just was a little bit stronger than maybe he wanted to. And so moving over to second base was Campbell. And Whitmire still almost beat it out, even though good play by Nelson. All right, so Bub Beauregard steps in. He's walked and struck out swinging as he steps up to face Larvey for the first time. And the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Good piece of hitting. CNI single. They're going to hold him up at third base, but that puts runners on the corners for the Bulldogs. Nice hit there as it goes between second and first. So it gets to the top of the order. Never say die. Bulldogs are fighting back. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Going to have a 6-run massive 2-out rally here, which certainly can happen. Galindo 0 for 3. He's struck out looking, grounded out twice to the shortstop. So he'll see Larvey for the first time with runners on the corners. Beauregard gets a big lead at first. Campbell now steps off a third. Larvey takes a couple of peeks. Beauregard's off and running. They're going to fake the throw, and he's in there safely. Ball 1, and now the Bulldogs with 2 runners in scoring position after Bub stole second base. So Galindo will step back in. Ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Larvey comes set to the plate, down and in. Ball 2. 7-1, top of the 7th. Bulldogs have scored 1. They got 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs, and the top of the order at the plate. 2-0 count to Frankie. Larvey, the new pitcher, that came in here in this inning with the pitch. Curveball, it's hit hard to the second baseman. He picks it up, goes to first, and that will end the threat, and that will end the ball game. The ground out, 4-3 the put out, but the Bulldogs battled all game long. They do fall to the Cleveland Storm, the big school from Cleveland, from Rio Rancho. The final score 7-1. I'll take a quick break, and when I come back, we'll have the final stuff, and then we'll talk about tomorrow.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Right now, receive 2.9% APR for 72 months on select 2025 Silverado 1500 models. Our new vehicle specialists are here to assist you throughout the entire hassle-free buying experience. We have a great selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs to choose from and look forward to seeing you here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Offer ends March 31st, 2025. APR for well-qualified buyers on approved credit. Visit GuyChevy.com.
Devon Energy is now hiring in the Permian Basin. As one of the country's largest independent producers of oil and natural gas, we have exciting opportunities for people with a variety of skills and experience. We're looking for people in the Artesia community who work with integrity, dedication, and innovation. Seize this opportunity for competitive pay and comprehensive benefits. Start your career with Devon Energy today. Apply at careers.devonenergy.com. Devon Energy. Commitment runs deep. Go Bulldogs.
Family owned and operated for 4 generations, Forest Tire is here to service all your tire needs day and night. With your busy travel schedule, what you need is a tire that can keep up. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire with an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect. You can lose track of time and focus on what really matters. For all your tire needs, brakes and alignments too, Forest Tire Company is a friend you can always count on. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
All right, welcome back here to KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com as the Bulldogs fall to the Cleveland Storm. And the scoring went like this. Cleveland gets 7 runs off of 6 hits. They had no defensive errors, and they leave 6 runners on base. For the Artesia Bulldogs, they get their 1 run off of 6 hits. They had 1 defensive error, and they end up leaving 6 on the base paths. The losing pitcher will be Jack Byers. And the winning pitcher is, trying to pull all this stuff up here, is Xavier Vasquez. He pitched a heck of a game, gave up 1 earned run, 1.50 ERA. He had 9 strikeouts, 3 looking and 6 swinging. Gave up 4 hits and 1 base on ball. And really, Byers didn't pitch that bad either, but he goes out. He ended up pitching 2 2.3 innings, and he gave up 3 earned runs, so his ERA 10.12, 5 strikeouts, 3 looking and 2 swinging, and he only gave up the 1 hit and 3 base on balls. So he takes the loss, and the Bulldogs fall here in their first game. So tomorrow we'll be back here at the ballpark. Artesia's game will be at 12:30 tomorrow, 12:30-ish. Start probably about 10 after 12 or so, the pregame. And they'll be taking on Albuquerque Academy, so a good 4A matchup for the Bulldogs. Cleveland moves to the 5:30 game tomorrow, so back-to-back 5:30 late-night games, or the nightcaps, and they'll play La Cueva. The Bears defeating Albuquerque Academy this morning in the 10 o'clock game. And then after our game at 12:30, I'll be back on the call as Goddard defeated Rio Rancho, the home team, and they move on to the 3 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon, and they'll take on Carlsbad, who defeated St. Pius in the 12:30 game today. So tomorrow, be back here at the ballpark, and we'll be online at KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com for our 12:30 game, the Bulldogs against Academy. And then we'll be back online, KSVPTV.com, for the Goddard game taking on the Cavemen. Hope you have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow right here.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC has over 37 years of experience from 1987 to 2025 in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers, with a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes and locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, Texas. We hope that you will consider our team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site build. Please call us at 575-746-6318 to find out what we can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
KCLT is the leader in surface rental equipment and customer service throughout the Permian Basin. With yards in Artesia and Monahans, Texas, you can count on KCLT to work 24/7, 7 days a week. Their professional mechanics are always out in the field and are DORT certified. KCLT is there to make sure your site is ready when you are ready and can certify your man lift and forklift operators on site or in our yards. Save KCLT in your contacts. 575-308-8647. Surface rental equipment all in one place. KCLT, helping you keep America running. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at KSVPTV.com. Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com is presented by Abo Empire, Amigo Machinery, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Bob Reed Pest Control, Kane Electric Supply, Carlsbad Ford, City of Artesia Police Department, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Needs Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eddy County DWI, Edge Safety, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Ben's Country Market, Boris Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, Hawker & Sons, Incredible Printing, J&J Home Care, J.S. Ward, KC Light Tower, KFC, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Los Agaves Restaurant, Mac Energy, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Nels Floral, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pressure Services, Smile Expressions, Spur Energy Production, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons, Trustmark Roofing, Western Bank, and Wilbanks LLC. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Years ago at